What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, guys, we're going to be going over the Lucky Pants, an exotic armor piece that can be acquired through the storyline. I believe it's when you hit level 8 or mission 8 in the story for the hunter. Now, in this video, we're going to be going over, the Lucky Pants. Are they viable for the Crucible? Are they viable for PvE? Are they a worthy option to take the place of the Knucklehead Radar? Are they a worthy option to take the place of the Foe Tracer or the Mechaneer's Trick Sleeves? Along with that, we're going to be getting into, Hand Cannon Bloom, a brief in-depth review of that, or how to overcome it. So, the Lucky Pants. Getting into the quote at the top. What? No, I didn't illegally mod the holster. They're just really Lucky Pants. Kate 6. The intrinsic perk is going to be illegally modded holster. Increase hand cannon ready speed and initial accuracy. So, in a controlled environment, PvE, we can test, hand cannon ready speed. Very simple. Quick draw. We had quick draw for Blade Dancers. We've seen quick draw on Mechaneer's Trick Sleeves. So that's very simple to test. But getting into initial accuracy, that's going to be a very difficult one to test in PvE. If we had private matches, it'd be awesome to test. But in PvE, it's going to be a little difficult. But there are ways to test it. And along with that, we're going to get into hand cannons, in a whole. So first, hand cannons alone, your initial shot is going to be accurate. The way Bungie has designed hand cannons, your first shot is going to be accurate. Your follow-up shots, with Bloom in there, will be a little inaccurate, depending if you let it reset or not. And we'll get into resetting and everything like that. So that alone, even with the Lucky Pants giving you maybe plus 5 aim assist, plus 10 aim assist, even if it's plus 20, in the meta we have right now, that much added aim assist for one shot, not even all the shots, but for one shot, isn't worth it. Now, getting into the other perk, quick draw, is great, but having that one shot initial accuracy. Now, I spent 2 hours with this exotic on, with it on, with it taking it off, with it on, taking it off, and I didn't notice a difference. I've gone into trials without this exotic on, and it feels the same as if I went into the normal Crucible with it on. Now, that alone should tell you that this exotic is pretty worthless, because your initial shot, like I said, in the meta we have, it's your follow-up shots are going to kill somebody. Your initial shot, unless he's one shot or the enemy's one shot and you're able to quick draw and fire situational, then it's not worth it. But getting into Bloom and making all your shots worth it. So Hunter number 1, your initial shot is going to be where it goes. Unless there are other factors in there, you're getting flinched or you're getting attacked, you're getting hit by high caliber rounds or explosive rounds, then yeah, your shot won't land where you want it to go. But Hunter number 1, firing at this Cabal here, and yeah, guys, it's a poor drawing. So Hunter number 1's firing at the Cabal. Wherever you're aiming, that shot's going to land, with or without Lucky Pants. Hunter number 2, though, every time you fire your hand cannon, there's a cone. And we'll explain the cone in a little bit. There's a cone to where if you fire, this cone widens a bit. And now your follow-up shots are going to be more RNG. It could hit, or it could go to the left of the cone or right of the cone. So when people say pace your shots, you want to pace your shots with a hand cannon. You want to fire, let the hand cannon reset, and fire again. Now, you can fire and let it reset a little bit and fire again, and the cone isn't as wide. So, number 2, if I fired and then gave it a few seconds and fired again before it reset, the cone's a little bit bigger. Number 3, the Hunter number 3 there, that's spamming the trigger there. So, if I fire once, my first shot's going to hit, and I keep firing without it resetting, I'm blowing a lot of shots because it'll hit and it won't hit. And that's how people lose engagements. So even the Lucky Pants won't help you if you spam the trigger or for follow-up shots. It's your initial shot. Now, if you see the reticle there, every time I fire, and this is without Lucky Pants, you see how the reticle gets a little bit bigger? That's the cone right there, guys. That right there is the cone. Now, letting it reset. If you see, when I put my hand cannon comes back to normal, it resets back to the way it was. You fire. See how it's resetting just a little bit? This is without the Lucky Pants on. Now, there may be a slight difference with the Lucky Pants on your initial shot, but unless you're jumping and landing at that time and then firing, your reticle, There is no difference, guys. Even if the bloom is just a little bit bigger, it's your initial shot that these Lucky Pants kick in. So is this something that I recommend that will take the place of your Knucklehead Radar? That take the place of the Mechaneer's Trick Sleeves or the Stompies or the Foe Tracer? Of course not. There are other exotics out there that'll beat this exotic tenfold. But like I said, for those of you who still want to use hand cannons and don't want to use the Lucky Pants, just pace your shots. Look at Hunter number 1. Always gonna land if you pace your shots. Once you start spamming your trigger, Hunter number 2 kicks in, and then Hunter number 3, and your shots are all over the place, guys. So I recommend if you guys go out there and you have this exotic on, go out there and fire at a few enemies, go into PvE, fire at a few enemies, and see if it works for you. Take them off and fire again. If you notice a difference, hey, you notice a difference. So is this exotic worth using? No. Very simple. So in ranking, I'm going to rank it a 3 or 4 out of 10. So you're probably wondering, well, Brave, that's pretty high for an exotic that doesn't do anything. Well, the thing is, guys, it may give you a +5, +10, maybe even a +20 aim assist, but you don't notice it. But the reason I ranked it so high is because Quick Draw. It's a very good perk. I love Quick Draw on all my weapons. So if Bungie was to listen to this or watch this video on how to make it better, if it gave me accuracy for all my shots, I would consider using it. Or if it gave me faster reload on all my hand cannons, or maybe even Outlaw, I would consider using it. So that's bringing us to the end of the video, guys. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe down below. And you know what? I really appreciate the love I've been getting lately, guys. It's been awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next one.